Hey there, I'm Steven. Today, it's Hume Band versus Whoop. I'm setting the Whoop 5.0 against the Hume Band. I wore both through workouts, sleep, and daily life. One leans towards recovery, the other leans towards longevity. Which one actually impacted my habits and results? Let's find out. So before we get into it, I've got one thing to mention. I have exclusive discount codes for both the Whoop Band and the Hume Health Band. You'll find them in the description down below, and I'll keep QR codes on screen so you can jump straight to the deals while you watch. First, the Hume Fitness Band, a display-free wearable tech built for longevity. It tracks long-term trends and may flag early signs you should slow down or check in. No screen, so it's meant for 24/7 passive wear. The SuperKnit band is lightweight and extremely comfortable. It's IP68 water resistant up to 10 meters for 2 hours. And under the hood, you've got 5 LEDs plus 4 photodiodes for biometrics. 5 to 7 days of battery life with a 20 to 80 minute fast recharge, plus Bluetooth low energy and firmware updates via the app. Switching to Whoop 5.0 Peak membership, which I have, Whoop is a minimalist, screen-free performance and recovery tool. Straps are interchangeable. I have the SuperKnit here with leather lugs available as a premium option. It's also IP68 water resistant up to 10 meters for up to 2 hours, and the battery life runs for 14 plus days. With Peak, you also get the wireless on-wrist power pack, so you can top up and charge without ever having to take the band off. Let's talk about comfort and wearability for both smart bands. First, all-day comfort and overnight feel. Both are screen-free and very low profile, easy to forget once they're on. Now, even though they are both extremely similar in how they feel, the Whoop 5.0's device is slightly larger and thicker than the Hume Band's device. It's not a major size difference, but because of this, I'd say that the Hume Band is slightly easier to sleep with and move around with at the gym or at home. So I'd say I noticed the Whoop Band on my wrist more often than I did with the Hume Band. Now let's focus on the straps. Between the Hume SuperKnit band versus the Whoop Knit band, they're both very soft on the skin and breathable. I've worn both during hot and sweaty workouts and in the shower, and they both had virtually the same dry time, meaning they didn't stay damp for long, nor did either one develop an odor over time. My honest take here is that the actual straps themselves are very similar and comfortable to wear, whether that's while typing at my desk, working out, or while sleeping. Now, in terms of being discreet under clothing, the Hume Band did fit just a little bit better under shirt cuffs or jackets, and again, that's because the Hume Band device is just ever so slightly smaller in size compared to the Whoop 5.0. That doesn't mean the Whoop 5.0 was uncomfortable under long-sleeve clothing, it's just something I noticed. If you're curious about any irritation or pressure with either of the bands, I didn't notice any hot spots, warmth, itch, or imprints on my skin with either of them. But I do want to remind you that everybody is different and skin varies. But for me personally, no issues with either one. So overall in daily life, the Hume Band blended in just ever so slightly better for me than the Whoop 5.0. Not because of the strap, both the straps are fantastic, but because of the size of the device itself. Both comfortable and virtually invisible, like I said, I just noticed the Hume Band on my wrist the least. And another quick pit stop, our latest special deals for the Whoop 5.0 and Hume Band are waiting in the description below. Scan the on-screen QR codes at any time to jump straight there. Let's start with the Hume Band. Hume focuses on longevity, so instead of counting workouts, it looks at how your daily habits affect long-term health. You'll see metabolic capacity, how efficiently your body produces and recovers energy, and metabolic momentum, a trend line showing whether your habits are speeding up or slowing down aging. It rolls sleep, recovery, and stress signals into a single health score for a quick wellness snapshot. Hume also may notify you for early signs of chronic illness risk, things like immune strain or inflammation patterns, by watching heart rate variability, sleep temperature, and other signals over time. You still get sleep quality, recovery trends, and stress patterns, but there's no manual workout tracking. The emphasis is how one's daily life impacts longevity. And would you look at that? All insides live in the free app. The Whoop 5.0 is built around performance and day-to-day readiness. It auto-detects workouts and tracks 24/7 vitals, heart rate, HRV, skin temperature, SpO2, and respiratory rate, and then powers 2 core scores: strain, or your cardiovascular load, and recovery, or readiness, based on HRV, sleep, and resting heart rate. Sleep tracking breaks down light, deep, and REM, and Sleep Coach recommends when you go to bed and wake up. You also get VO2 max estimates and menstrual cycle insights. On Peak membership, you additionally unlock Stress Monitor for real-time stress, Health Monitor with alerts when vitals leave your personal baseline, plus long-term pace of aging and the health span score. Also, a quick note, ECG, AFib checks, and blood pressure insights live on the higher tier Life membership with the Whoop MG device. Now it's time to discuss the apps for both Whoop 5.0 and the Hume Band. As we just discussed how similar the bands are in terms of wearability and comfort, the apps themselves are very different. The Hume app is focused on longevity, while the Whoop app is more focused on day-to-day performance and recovery. So let's take a look at each of them and go over the data, guidance, and ease of use. First, daily navigation. Here we have both home screens. A question that came to my mind is how quickly can I reach my sleep, recovery, health score, and my stress? Day to day, I can get my sleep, recovery, and strain score in just one tap for either metric in the Whoop app, because as you can see, it has those 3 metrics right at the top of the home screen. I can tap on each one individually and see where I'm at. With the Hume app, I can see my health score big and bold right at the top, which gives me an overall score of my health for the entire week. To see my strain, recovery, and other metrics in detail, I have to scroll down a bit under the capacity section and click View More Details. Now let's talk about the clarity of data. Let's take a look at my sleep metrics, for example. As you can see, both apps present the data very differently. However, they both have color-coded metrics, plain language data, trend arrows, and short explanations under each metric. The Hume app has my color-coded sleep stages and a color-coded scale to see how my sleep quality was. Then on the Hume homepage, there's also a sleep section where I get a plain language explanation about my sleep that night and whether I had a good night's sleep or not. The Whoop app, as you can see, is a lot more analytical and might be a little overwhelming for first-time users, but I do get more data. For example, you can see my heart rate while I was asleep, a sleep consistency graph showing how consistent my sleep routine is, sleep efficiency, my sleep stress, and weekly trends under that, including sleep performance, hours versus hours needed, restorative sleep, and more. You also get plain language insights into your sleep, and I can click on that and it'll take me to Whoop's AI chat-guided sleep coach to give me more insights and practical tips on how to improve my sleep. However, I will say, even though I admire all the analytical data the Whoop app gives me, when I'm tired, the Hume Health app screen still makes sense at a glance that needs just 1 second to look at, which I can appreciate. Now, in terms of actionable guidance, I will say the Whoop app gives me more direct and practical tips on how to improve certain metrics or areas of my life. This has a lot to do with their AI chat-based coach. For example, under recovery or under any other metric, I get a little paragraph that says your HRV is within the typical range of 53 to 80 milliseconds, which contributed to a yellow recovery. Then I can tap on it, which will take me to the AI chat coaching, giving me more insights on my data, what I should or shouldn't do, and I can even respond with a question if I wanted to. Now, to stay on the same metric, let's look at recovery on the Hume app and see what guidance it gives me. As you can see, my recovery for today is very low, a 9 out of 100, and right under that it says recovery needed. Then an explanation that says your metabolic capacity 39 is your daily limit for strain, beneficial and negative combined. Another example for guidance on the Hume app is also on the homepage under the sleep category. As you can see, it has sleep recommendations. It gives me a bedtime goal, wake up time for tomorrow, and tells me why that is beneficial. So, all in all, between the two apps, the Whoop app gives me more detailed and actionable tips and notifications throughout the day to help me improve my routine and lifestyle to optimize my body's metrics. But which app pulls me back daily for morning check-ins, pre-workout, or before bedtime? Both do. They both give me actionable data. One is more analytical, the Whoop app, and the other is easier to see at a quick glance, the Hume app, which is why my overall pick for actionable data and guidance is the Hume app. I don't want to spend too much time looking at so many graphs and charts. I just want to quickly know what is good, what needs improvement, and how I can improve whatever it may be, which the Hume app does a great job at. Now let's talk about subscriptions and plans. The Hume app has a basic and premium option. The Hume Basic plan is 100% free and gives you pretty much all the core metrics and data you'll want to see: core daily tracking, trend views, and the fundamentals. It's very sufficient for most users. So you can buy the band and get straight to it without any additional purchases or subscriptions. The premium tier, which I currently have a free 3-month trial for, starts at $9.99 per month and unlocks advanced analytics, personalized programs, and more comprehensive reporting. Whoop, on the other hand, is a subscription service. You cannot just buy the band and start collecting data. You have to have one of their 3 offered subscriptions: Whoop 1, Peak, and Life. The Whoop 1 tier gives you a recovery score, strain score, sleep tracking, sleep coaching, and the AI-guided Whoop coach. With the Peak subscription, you unlock the stress monitor, health monitor, and health span, which includes your Whoop age, giving you a pace of aging score and how your body is trending over time. Lastly, the Life subscription gives you the Whoop MG device and unlocks ECG, AFib checks, and blood pressure insights. For my usage, the tier that made the most sense was the Peak membership because I was interested in monitoring my stress levels over time and my pace of aging. As for the Hume Health app, once my premium trial ends, I don't think I'll be renewing it because the basic membership gives me enough metrics and insights to still positively influence my lifestyle, which also means I won't have any additional purchases or money spent to use the Hume Band, and that is a huge plus. So here's where I landed. Whoop 5.0 is a performance tool through and through. Slim, screen-free, built for 24/7 wear, and the Whoop 5.0 ties recovery and strain to smart sleep coaching and stress guidance. If your goal is day-to-day training precision, it's excellent. But for me, the Hume Band wins. Its longevity metrics, metabolic capacity and metabolic momentum, track trends, nudge habits, and flag early warning signs over time. No screen, no distractions. The coaching lives in the app, and it made me more consistent with sleep and recovery. If you're optimizing long-term energy and health, Hume is my choice here. And if you're also looking for a longevity tracker in general, I have left both deals in the description below, or you can scan the QR codes you see on screen. Thanks for watching. If this comparison helped, check out more Healthnews tech reviews for wearables, recovery tools, and longevity trackers. Hit subscribe and pick a video at the end screen to keep going.